Okay, and this is part 2 of our video on data cleaning, and I left you on a cliffhanger at the end of part 1 because I made you write this formula that gave us an error. And it's like, why would you do that, Dr. Camp? Well, we're going to introduce another function. Because if we go down to the bottom, hey, look, it fixed our problem. Sort of. So our fiscal years became 7-1 of whatever year. But now all these ones that were normally fine, we gave an error. So we're going to work another equation into that. And what we're going to do is there is a function called Iferror. So returns a value if an error in the expression, da 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 da. Okay. So we've got Iferror. So Iferror, the value. Well, what's the value? Well, the value is going to be this entire expression. So if that comes back an error, the next thing is going to be put in the value if there is an error. So if this value does not return an error, that's what it'll put in. So all that stuff that uses this conversion table at the end, everything's going to be fine. There's going to be no problems. We want that to stay. If it errors, like all this stuff in the beginning, what we want to do is we want it to go, oh, that expression's an error. Well, then just use this number. And then we close that out, and that's it. And we hit enter. And I will double click the little grip here. Boom. All goes down. Look at that. All of the errors are now fixed. And then we get down to fiscal years. And they're all 7-1, whatever the year is. Okay, so we're doing good now. We've got 2 of our columns done. Okay, the next thing, we want to go back and look at university. Just 1 second. Did not want to cough on camera. So if we go through university, we looked at our filter before and we noticed that there are just different ways to do things. We've got all these different versions of Cal State. We have the different Colorado State spelled wrong. We have RIT and Rochester Institute of Technology. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to build another conversion table now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take and I'm going to highlight all this data. And I'm going to copy it over here into our place we're putting the conversion tables. I'll double click that to make it as big as we can. And so what I'm going to do is we can do a couple things. We can, if you want to sort it, that's fine. We'll sort it A to Z. Now you could go through and start, oh, well, I'm going to delete all that. I'm going to delete all that. But we have something really cool. The data tab, which is awesome. We have this remove duplicate. So what it's going to do, it's going to remove the duplicates from our column and then squish everything together. So what we want to do is step 1, we're just going to highlight all this stuff. Step 2, data, remove duplicates from column J, hit OK. And so remove 292 duplicate values, so only 69 remain. So that's pretty good. So that is step 1. Step 2 is, these are all the values that are going to show up in column D. We're going to use in column K, just like up here we use the dates, we're going to clean things up. And so we're going to say what we want everything to be. So what I'm going to do to start this off is I'm just going to copy and paste this over. Because some of this stuff we're actually going to keep. And so we're going to go through and we're going to line by line, we're going to fix this. So Aero State University is fine. Cal, Poly, Pomona is fine. And we're just going to go through here. And so let's see, we're going to get down to, it's fine, that's fine. Okay, so now we've got California Polytechnical State University, St. Louis. And I have absolutely no idea how to say Abicio. Okay, what is that? Well, that's actually Cal Poly SLO. So we're just going to use that. We're going to copy that down. So California State University, Los Angeles, we'll just leave it at that. And in fact, let's, Cal Poly, I'm not sure if Cal Poly is part of the CSU system, but we do know that Cal State Fullerton is. So what I'm going to do, just to make things a little bit more the same, so I'm big on that. So we'll say Cal State Fullerton, Cal State Long Beach, Just going to make them in the same vein as Cal State Los Angeles. Like I said, I don't know. So Cal Poly's different, so we'll just leave that. So we've got Cal Poly Pomona, SLO, that's fine. Okay, we'll go down through and we got Carnegie Mellon University. If you've ever been to Pittsburgh, Carnegie Mellon, it's a depressing place. It's kind of like looks like a prison. It's a good engineering school, but just a very weird. So we've got Colorado State University spelled this way. So what we're going to do is we're going to spell it right. So Colorado, I believe that is spelled right. And we're just going to take that, copy, and paste that down. So we've got our Colorado State University, Columbia, Cornell. So CSU, Fort Collins, that's Colorado State University too. So we'll plunk that down. FIU is Florida International University. So I'm just going to Control V. So once again, this J column I'm leaving. This is my column of the stuff that's over here. This is what I'm going to end up transforming it to. So we got Georgia Institute of Technology, Georgia Tech, Georgia Tech. Let's just call all these Georgia Institute of Technology. Actually, no, let's call them Georgia Tech, because that is typically when people refer to Georgia Tech, it's Georgia Tech. So we'll just do that. Mass Institute of Technology is MIT. Actually, you know, I changed my mind. Since we're gonna leave, we'll leave these as completely spelled out, because I typically like doing that anyway. So we got Northwestern, PSU, Penn State University, Purdue, West Lafayette. We'll just change that to Purdue. My alma mater, RIT. There we go. Rochester Institute of Technology. San Francisco State University, so we will change those to both be the same. San Jose University is fine. Okay. Santa Clara. So we get Santa Clara and Santa Clara University, so we'll change that. San Jose. Ooh, that's the wrong one. Santa Clara is here. Control V. We got Stanford, we've got Syracuse, Texas A&M. We've got another University of Colorado. That's University of Colorado Boulder. So, that came up because it's already in the list somewhere, because it was filling it up. And it's right here, University of Colorado Boulder. So we want both of those to come up. We've got UC Berkeley. That is part of the University of California system, which is right here. So UC Berkeley, UC Merced, which should be down here somewhere. Riverside. Okay, so I just copy that down. And mostly, once again, this is all, I'm just trying to get everything into a consistent format. So UCD would be the University of California, Davis, which we do have right here. UCI would be the University of California, Irvine. UCLA, University of California, Los Angeles. UCR, I'm assuming that's going to be the University of California, Riverside. UCSB is Santa Barbara, and then SD is San Diego, so Control C. But you can see this is a little bit kind of time consuming, but that's what's going to happen with that stuff. So we're going to fix these USA ones and just change them over. University of Colorado, Santa Barbara, Boulder, Florida, Irvine, Michigan, Ann Arbor. Those are all just going to both be University of Michigan, Missouri, SUNY schools now, University of New York, Buffalo. That's fine. USC, University of Southern California. These are all University of Southern California. Now let's see, which one is spelled right? I believe that first one is University of California, Los Angeles. So that's another, I guess I could check it up there. California. Okay, great. UNLV, that is our University of Nevada, Las Vegas. And I don't see it up in there, so we'll take that out. Las Vegas. And USC, that's our University of Southern California. Which, did we have that in there already? Well, maybe not. I guess we did. It started to come up. Okay, so now, after all that, we've taken all these different things that we had, and we've kind of standardized them. We've fixed spelling errors. We've fixed all the mistakes that we wanted to have. And so now this one's going to be a little bit simpler than our first table because we're just going to run a VLOOKUP on this. So VLOOKUP, our lookup array, once again, we are going to be, that's our lookup value. What I want to do is I want to come over here, I want to look at that university. And then where do I want to look up that university? I want to look up on this table here. Put my $signs in to lock it in place at F4. What column do we want to look up? We want to look up column 2 because column 1 is just going to give us our normal stuff. We've got column 2 that's going to give us what we want. We're going to close that. We're going to execute that. I'll double click to make that bigger. And now if I go down through here, I see that I'm going to justify those all to the left, make it a little bit easier to read. So now I've standardized all the names. So instead of having, remember, we removed, what was it, 292 duplicates. Now we're just down to the normal 60, and actually even less than that because we fixed all these different versions of it. So now when we go to look at Colorado, a student from Colorado State, it's going to be Colorado State spelled correctly, put everything together. Okay, so now we're cruising along. We're going to finish up part 2 here. What we're going to do in part 3 is we're going to start doing the same thing. We're going to standardize the degrees and majors in the next video.